There is a silent, almost invisible dance between matter and the unseen, between what we perceive as solid and the immeasurable universe of frequencies. Frequencies exist as threads of light woven into the essence of all things. We cannot see them, yet they shape and transform us in subtle, continuous ways. Just as the wind stirs the calm surface of a lake without disturbing its depths, frequencies touch us, guide us, and sometimes awaken us to a new perspective of who we are and what we seek. Everything vibrates, everything resonates in a unique rhythm, in a dance that sustains the universe. From a simple leaf to the human heart, there is a subtle symphony of frequencies that interlace, that echo, connecting in a universal language. Each frequency we touch, feel, or emit shapes our reality and reveals a subtle reflection of our own existence. When we learn to tune our consciousness to perceive this hidden dance, something within us awakens. Our vision broadens, our heart finds a new rhythm, and we feel a harmony that transcends understanding. Frequencies become more than an abstract idea. They become a call to return to a higher resonance, an invitation to harmony that belongs not just to our body but to our soul. This hidden power invites us on a path of self-discovery, a new relationship with our own energies, and a deeper understanding of the unseen influences shaping our perceptions, feelings, and presence. By attuning to higher frequencies, we allow our reality to transform, embracing the possibility of transcending old patterns and aligning ourselves with the essential truth that guides us. We are all in search, each of us. Sometimes this search is silent, hidden behind the rush of our days. Other times, it's a burning desire that makes us question, that makes us feel something greater is calling us. At its core, this calling is a frequency, a signal pulsing from within, reminding us that there is a path of elevation unrestricted by the boundaries of the body or time. It is a journey that leads us back to the core of who we truly are. Behind each breath, thought, and emotion, there is a frequency connecting us to the whole. Ancient wisdom, intuitive and spiritual, has always recognized this hidden power. And now, with the dawn of a new age of awareness, we are called to connect even more intimately, to realize that as we raise our frequency, we elevate our reality and expand the possibilities of who we can become. The path of frequency elevation calls us to transform our own energy, purify our intentions, and align with the purpose that pulses in every atom and heartbeat. This hidden power is not just a secret of the universe. It's a mirror of our own capacity for transformation and a reminder that by raising our vibration, we expand the reality around us. Within each emotion we feel, there is a unique frequency, a pattern of energy that reverberates throughout our being, shaping our perceptions and affecting our energy field. Emotions are not just fleeting feelings. They are forces that vibrate, emanating from us and returning to the universe. Each emotion has its own frequency, from the densest and heaviest, like sadness and anger, to the highest and lightest, like love and compassion. These frequencies directly influence what we attract, what we create, and ultimately who we become. When we allow ourselves to vibrate at elevated frequencies, we experience an expansion, a state of grace where everything seems to flow. There is an inner harmony that reflects in the outer world, as if the universe responds to our inner state with ease and synchronicity. Conversely, when we let ourselves be entangled in denser frequencies, life feels heavier, obstacles intensify, and clarity hides behind a veil of murky emotions. Our emotional frequency is a choice we make every day. Although we can't always control external events, we have the power to choose how we react to them, to consciously decide the quality of our energy and the tone of our vibration. This practice of emotional hygiene is a sacred act, a profound self-care that frees us from energies that do not resonate with our true self. Just as we cleanse the body, it's necessary to purify our emotions, releasing those that no longer serve us and nurturing those that bring us closer to a higher frequency. Practices such as mindful breathing are gateways to this emotional elevation. Each breath is an opportunity to align the rhythm of the mind with the harmony of the spirit. Breathing with intention grounds us in the present, dissolving frequencies of fear and anxiety and replacing them with a serene peace that transcends temporal challenges. The practice of gratitude acts as a catalyst for elevation. By recognizing blessings, however small, we realign our heart with the energy of love, vibrating at a frequency of receptivity and abundance. Our emotions are like musical notes, composing the melody of our existence. And as in music, there are low tones and high tones. The key is maintaining harmony among all parts, avoiding letting a negative frequency take control. It is natural that, in our journey, we face challenging moments, but the secret lies in learning to navigate them without holding on. Each emotion can be observed, accepted, and then released, allowing our being to return to a state of peace. By learning to elevate our emotions, we awaken to a new awareness. We realize that our emotional vibration impacts not only ourselves but reverberates in all things. Like a stone thrown into a serene lake, our emotions create waves that touch everything around us. This is the beauty and responsibility of living consciously, knowing that by transforming our own frequency, we help transform the world's frequency. At some point in every human's journey, a silent question arises, a subtle murmur that echoes in the heart. What is my purpose? This call to discover our reason for being is, in fact, a reflection of the soul's desire to align with a higher frequency, a frequency that resonates with our true essence. Finding life's purpose is not just about following a career or a passion. It is discovering a unique vibration that connects us with the universe's flow, a frequency that completes us and harmonizes us with something greater. When we tune into this higher frequency, we experience a state of peace and inner unity that transcends rational understanding. It's as if a part of us has always known our path, and by vibrating higher, we come closer to that clarity. Purpose is not something we find externally but something that emerges from within us, like a deep memory of who we really are. By aligning ourselves with higher frequencies, we make space for this inner truth to bloom, for purpose to reveal itself in our being. Every meditative practice is a portal to this reunion with purpose. When we meditate, we calm the mind's distractions and allow the pure vibration of our soul to emerge. In this state of serenity and connection, our essence speaks, guiding us toward a life more aligned with our truest gifts and aspirations. Meditation is more than seeking tranquility. It's tuning into the frequency that pulses with our most authentic truth, releasing any discord that may pull us away from our path. Just as each musical note has its place in a symphony, each of us has a unique, irreplaceable role in creation's harmony. When we are misaligned with our essential frequency, we feel an emptiness, a sense of disconnection with the world and with ourselves. But as we elevate our frequency and find this purpose, everything begins to align. Our actions gain meaning, our days become lighter, and there is a silent joy in simply being. For those seeking alignment with their purpose, a powerful practice is meditative visualization. Visualizing the life we want to live, filled with meaning, with people and activities resonating with our essence, is like drawing a map of frequencies our being will follow. Each mental image, each sensation felt during visualization, vibrates at a frequency that begins to attract this reality to our field, creating an energetic bond between present and future. As we attune to purpose, our steps become firmer, our choices clearer, and our journey gains a direction illuminated by our inner light. This elevation then becomes not only a personal quest but a gift to the world. For every human being who vibrates in harmony with their purpose spreads waves of light that touch everyone around, inspiring others to also rise and align with their own truths. The human body is a temple of vibrations and rhythms, a composition of frequencies interacting with each other, creating harmony or disharmony according to the quality of energies we experience. While the concept of frequency is often associated with mysticism, modern science has increasingly delved into understanding how specific frequencies can influence body and mind. From the synchronized beats of the heart to the brain waves pulsing at different states of consciousness, our organism responds deeply to the vibrations around it. The science of frequency shows us that we are creatures sensitive to energy in its purest state. By understanding this truth, we begin to care for our bodies as vessels of vibration, as energetic fields deserving of respect and nourishment. Every food we eat, every breath we take, every sound we hear contributes to either our harmony or disharmony, shaping the energetic field we build daily. When we harmonize with the right frequencies, our internal systems respond positively. We feel more energized, experience less stress, and enjoy a mental clarity that helps us see the world with renewed perspective. This is the magic of physical harmony, a subtle and powerful dance between science and spirit, reminding us that the body, like the soul, is a universe of frequencies to be cared for, explored, and respected. Every space, object, and person carries its own unique frequency, which mingles with ours, directly influencing our state of being. The environment around us acts as a mirror, reflecting and amplifying the vibrations we absorb, cultivate, and project. Our energy adjusts according to our surroundings, making it essential to consciously choose the spaces we inhabit and the people we share our journey with. The physical spaces we occupy are not passive settings, as some may believe, but active fields of vibration that influence our harmony, either elevating or lowering our personal frequency. Being in a high-frequency environment, surrounded by nature, natural light, and elements that resonate with peace and beauty, is a way to sustain our energy and promote balance. Natural settings in particular hold a pure, regenerating vibration, connecting us to the essence of the earth and helping us return to our own center. A simple walk outdoors or observing trees and the sky can bring serenity, aligning us with frequencies of peace and harmony that are rare in urban, artificial environments. However, our inner environments are equally important. Creating a home space that resonates with high vibrations is an act of self-care, a commitment to personal peace and clarity. Small details can make a tremendous difference in the frequency of our living space. The use of plants, soft colors, proper lighting, and objects that hold positive meaning and evoke feelings of joy and peace. Keeping our home organized and free of excess also contributes to an atmosphere of tranquility, as external order supports and reflects internal order. The energy of people around us is another critical aspect. Each interaction generates an exchange of vibrations, whether consciously or unconsciously, which can either strengthen or drain us. Some people carry a high frequency that brings out the best in us, while others, due to their emotional or mental state, may carry frequencies that disrupt our inner peace. This doesn't mean distancing ourselves from those going through challenges, but rather developing conscious presence. The ability to maintain our elevated frequency even in environments with destabilizing energy. Practices like visualizing a protective light or an energy field around us can help preserve our vibration when we're intensely surrounded by challenging energies. Finally, the digital environment is another factor that significantly impacts our frequency. In times of constant information flow and easy access to media, we are exposed to a mix of energies, information, and emotions that can be both inspiring and exhausting. Being aware of the frequency of the content we consume helps us choose what nourishes our soul instead of merely occupying our mind. In this way, we cultivate an information diet that promotes well-being, inspires our journey, and preserves our peace. By becoming aware of the impact that physical, emotional, and digital environments have on our frequency, we become guardians of our own energy, choosing what resonates with our truth and letting go of what throws us off balance. This daily care transforms our lives, creating an inner space that vibrates in harmony with the purest and highest energies. In building environments that support our elevation, we are truly creating a sanctuary for our soul, a space where it can vibrate in peace, love, and full harmony with the universe. Thoughts and words are the invisible seeds of our reality, vibrational waves we send out into the universe, returning to us as experiences, feelings, and connections. Each thought we cultivate and each word we speak carries its own frequency, an energetic charge that shapes our vibrational field and, ultimately, influences the reality we experience. Awareness of the power of our words and thoughts is thus an essential key to transforming our energy and elevating the frequency of our lives. Our thoughts are like invisible brushstrokes on the canvas of our mind, each one vibrating at a frequency that reverberates throughout our body, mind, and spirit. When our thoughts align with elevated vibrations such as gratitude, compassion, and hope, we feel a lightness and clarity that illuminate our perception. But when we become entangled in negative thoughts of judgment or fear, our personal frequency diminishes, and the world around us reflects this denser state. This is the importance of mental reprogramming. By becoming conscious observers of our thoughts, we can learn to direct them with intention. Practicing mindfulness allows us to notice the constant flow of thoughts and, without judgment or repression, redirect our mind toward thoughts that elevate our vibration. Positive affirmations are a powerful tool in this journey, enabling us to use the power of words to transform the frequency of our mind and heart. Each affirmation is like a small beacon of light guiding our energy toward a state of wholeness, strength, and self-confidence. The words we choose also play a profound role in our vibrational field. Words are like mantras we send out into the universe, resonating far beyond the moment we speak them. Speaking with awareness is a sacred act. Each word has the power to nurture or to harm, to inspire or to burden, to open or to close unseen doors. When we speak with kindness, empathy, and authenticity, we vibrate at frequencies that connect, elevate, and transform the atmosphere around us. Practicing conscious communication is a commitment to self-elevation, a choice to emit the type of energy we wish to receive in return. In this process of transforming thoughts and words, it's essential to exercise self-compassion. We may not always succeed in maintaining a high frequency, and there will be days when heavier thoughts invade, thoughtless words escape, and unwanted feelings arise. But the path of elevation is not a straight line. It is a journey of constant learning, where every fall brings a lesson and every stumble is an opportunity for growth. Forgiving oneself, embracing one's own process, and finding the way back with kindness is also a way to vibrate in love and peace. As we commit to the conscious practice of elevated thoughts and words, we notice the world around us beginning to resonate in harmony with this new frequency. Reality becomes a reflection of our inner state, and people, situations, and opportunities that vibrate in sync with this new energy start to become part of our experience. This is the transformative power of thoughts and words. As we elevate our internal vibration, we also elevate the quality of life around us, attracting a brighter world in tune with our higher self. Just as individual notes compose a melody, each human contributes to the vibrational symphony of the planet. Frequencies are not just a personal experience. They expand, meet other frequencies, interact, and add up to create what we call collective frequencies. Our individual vibrations influence and are influenced by the energy of the communities, groups we belong to, and even humanity as a whole. In moments of harmony and unity, such as rituals, collective meditations, and celebrations, we feel an elevation that seems to transcend our own being. This is the transformative power of collective frequency. When individuals come together with a shared intention, such as peace, love, or healing, their energies connect in an invisible web that amplifies each frequency, creating a larger and more intense energetic field. It's as if the vibration of each person weaves together, forming a current of energy that grows and strengthens. This collective energy generates a vibrational field that resonates far beyond the group, affecting the environment, the people nearby, and even the planet. Group meditations, for instance, have demonstrated real impact, such as reducing violence rates and increasing feelings of well-being in areas where they occur, a phenomenon that illustrates how collective energy can be a powerful force for transformation. This power of collective elevation was recognized and practiced by ancient cultures, which understood the importance of unity in strengthening group energy and promoting harmony among members of the tribe or community. In ceremonies and rituals, the power of intentions amplified, creating a frequency that supported the well-being not only of individuals but of the entire community. This legacy remains alive today, and in modern times, we see practices like spiritual retreats, healing circles, and collective meditation gatherings emerge as points of connection and elevation that reflect this ancient wisdom. When we gather in community with conscious intention, we not only elevate our own vibrations but contribute to the Earth's vibrational field. We become agents of transformation, pillars of light in a world that often vibrates with frequencies of fear, doubt, and division. By nurturing high frequencies within the community, we subtly yet powerfully influence the collective field, planting seeds of peace, love, and clarity so that others may awaken and connect to this greater purpose as well. The concept of collective frequency also reminds us of our deep interconnectedness. Our actions, thoughts, and words don't just affect our own frequency but echo through the web of connections that weaves the world together. This understanding brings a spiritual responsibility, a call to care not only for our own energy but for how that energy reflects on those around us and on the earth itself. By engaging in collective practices such as group meditations or community service, we find a frequency that transcends the self and embraces the whole, strengthening the web of light that sustains the elevation of all beings. The beauty of collective frequency is that it serves as a bridge for global healing, a reminder that true transformation occurs from within outwards, but also from the outside inwards, in a continuous exchange of energy that unites and strengthens. Each of us, as we elevate our own frequency and open to connection with others, contributes to a more harmonious world, where unity and peace are not just ideals but tangible, felt realities. Nature is the mirror of our purest essence, a source of frequencies pulsing in harmony with our deepest being. In every leaf, wave, and mountain, there exists a primordial vibration reconnecting us to our essential frequency, a quiet reminder that we too are part of this universal rhythm. When we allow ourselves to feel nature without hurry, simply observing and breathing in its presence, we begin to sense how it operates in a state of innate harmony. This state requires no effort. It is the natural flow of all things. And by connecting with this vibration, we are invited to return to our own inner peace. The Schumann resonance, this life pulse emanating from the earth, is like a continuous melody that soothes and harmonizes us with its rhythm. By walking barefoot on the ground, lying on the grass, or simply breathing in fresh air in an open field, our body attunes to this frequency, allowing tension and imbalance to dissipate. It's a type of healing that requires no words but acts directly on the heart and mind, as if the earth were enveloping us in a silent, transformative embrace. Nature teaches us about the simplicity of being, the power of merely existing. Trees do not compete with each other. Each flower blooms in its own time, free from anxiety, free from haste. By observing this serenity, we are inspired to set aside the mind's agitation and open ourselves to a state of presence where our worries dissolve, and our frequency finds new balance. Nature, in all its silent wisdom, invites us to return to our natural frequency, reminding us that true power lies in being in tune with who we are at our core. Practices of reconnecting with nature are gateways to this elevation. Walking through a forest, feeling river water touch our skin, watching the sunset. These are moments that help us slow down and enter a state of contemplation. This intimate contact with nature dissolves the barriers between human and environment, creating a frequency of unity where we feel part of the whole rather than separate from it. This sense of unity is not just a mental state. It is a real frequency that reverberates in our energy field, bringing peace, clarity, and profound joy. When we heed nature's call, we allow our energy to renew, letting excess stimuli dissolve and the simplicity of being to return to our center. Nature is our ally in the journey of elevation, a sanctuary where our spirit can rest and where our frequency naturally rises. By honoring and respecting the earth, we honor ourselves as well, acknowledging that we are part of a greater cycle, a web of life and energy connecting every being and element. This reconnection is, in truth, a homecoming, a return to our original state of peace and balance. And the more time we spend in nature, the more we realize it nurtures and guides us, like a loving mother who welcomes and teaches without imposing. Every moment dedicated to this reconnection is a gift to our soul and an elevation of our frequency, reminding us that the harmony we seek is already within us, waiting only to be felt and lived. Since ancient times, cultures around the world have recognized the power of frequencies to heal and transform the spirit, body, and mind. These ancestral practices, passed down through generations, are rich with wisdom and subtle understanding of the invisible forces that connect us to the universe. In every chanted mantra, every sacred sound, and every selected crystal, there lies a pure intention to harmonize our being's frequencies with the vibrations of the earth, the cosmos, and the spirit. Mantras, for example, are more than repeated words. They are vibrational formulas that awaken latent energies within us, dissolve blockages, and elevate our consciousness. By repeating sounds like Om, the primordial syllable representing the sound of the universe, we vibrate in resonance with creation in its purest form, allowing our being to return to its natural state of balance. Each mantra carries a specific frequency, designed to access different layers of our being, harmonizing our energy and awakening our divine essence. This is the power of sacred sound. It guides us back to the silence between the notes, to the space of peace that resonates in every cell. Crystals, too, are guardians of frequencies, accumulating and emitting energies that help balance our vibrational field. From quartz, which amplifies intentions and elevates clarity, to amethyst, which soothes and calms the mind, each crystal resonates with its own frequency, offering itself as a bridge between the material and spiritual worlds. When we work with crystals, we are not merely interacting with their physical beauty but with the frequency they hold, which aids us in purification, healing, and tuning into our higher self. Sound healing practices also carry powerful ancestral wisdom. Ancient cultures like native peoples and Eastern civilizations used instruments such as gongs, drums, flutes, and Tibetan bowls to align the spirit and body with the earth's healing frequencies. These sounds resonate at a frequency that penetrates the physical body, cleansing the energy field and creating a state of harmony that transcends rational understanding. The vibrations from these sound healing practices reach deep layers of the self, dissolving stagnant energies and promoting emotional, mental, and spiritual release. It's as if sound reminds us of a forgotten harmony, an internal melody pulsing with the energy of life. Practices like these are more than spiritual traditions. They are invitations to experience healing in its purest, most natural form. By incorporating these practices into our routines, we create a space of reconnection and purification, allowing higher frequencies to settle in our energy field. These ancestral practices, both simple and profound, remind us that healing is a process of returning to and reconnecting with our true nature, a journey of harmonization with the forces that sustain and inspire us. Thus, by integrating mantras, crystals, and sacred sounds into our lives, we awaken to a form of healing that goes beyond the physical body, touching our soul and elevating our frequency. This ancient wisdom is not something of the past. It is a continuous gift, available to anyone seeking balance and harmony that transcend time, reminding us of our true connection with the whole. In the journey of frequency elevation, we inevitably encounter internal barriers, old patterns, and beliefs that limit our expansion. These challenges are like shadows residing in the space of our past experiences, arising to be seen, understood, and transformed. Frequency elevation is a profound process, often requiring courage to face fears, insecurities, and layers of dense energy accumulated over time. One of the greatest obstacles on this journey is the presence of limiting beliefs, those deeply rooted convictions that tell us we are incapable, undeserving, or not strong enough to live in an elevated state of peace and abundance. These beliefs act as invisible frequencies that lower our vibration, creating barriers between us and our true essence. Dismantling them is a gradual liberation process, where we replace limiting ideas with higher truths, drawing us closer to our inner light. The fear of judgment is another common challenge, especially when we start following a path of spiritual elevation. The quest to live at a high frequency, seeking peace and authenticity, may be misunderstood or even challenging for those still vibrating at different frequencies. But at this moment, it is essential to remember that the journey of elevation is an act of self-love, a conscious choice to transcend external limitations and live our truth. Each step toward our elevation is a reflection of the courage to align with our purpose, regardless of external opinions. Emotional release practices are essential tools for overcoming these challenges and purifying our energy field. Meditation is a valuable ally, helping us observe our thoughts and emotions with compassion, allowing dense patterns to dissolve without resistance. Conscious breathing practices such as deep breathing or pranayama techniques also help release stagnant energies, promoting a state of presence that elevates our frequency. Breathing acts as a healing guide, a path to let go of emotional weights that hinder our expansion. Another transformative practice is therapeutic writing, where we put on paper our fears, frustrations, and limitations, allowing emotions to find an outlet and be safely released. By expressing our emotions and acknowledging the shadows we carry, we take the first step toward integrating them and transforming them into wisdom. This writing process is an act of self-acceptance, an opportunity to turn what once felt heavy into lightness, what once was darkness into light. Finally, patience and kindness with oneself are essential to navigate the journey's challenges. Frequency elevation is not a path of perfection but one of growth and healing. It is natural to face moments of doubt, setbacks, and steps backward, yet every challenge is an invitation to strengthen our resilience and desire to live at a higher vibration. By facing these challenges with love and compassion, we become increasingly aligned with our essence, and our frequency rises, reflecting the peace we find within ourselves. Thus, challenges cease to be obstacles and become steps that bring us closer to our true essence, helping us transmute the densities that once held us back. The journey of frequency elevation is, therefore, a process of self-discovery, where shadows transform into light, and each step brings us closer to our highest potential. As we elevate our frequency, an inner sensitivity begins to expand, bringing clarity and a new form of wisdom: intuition. Intuition is like an internal compass, a silent voice that communicates through feelings, visions, and subtle insights, guiding us toward what is truest and most aligned with our being. This voice, however, only manifests strongly when our frequency is elevated, for it is in this state that we connect with the depths of our essential self, where pure wisdom resides and perception is free from the mind's interference. In states of high frequency, the mind quiets and the heart steps in as a guide. This state brings us in sync with the universe's energetic field, where everything is interconnected, and in this space, we access insights and perceptions beyond logical reasoning. When we follow intuition, we are, in fact, trusting our capacity to perceive truth beyond appearances, to see what is real and essential. Intuition is the language of our highest frequency, and by giving it space, we align with a path that is unique and authentic. Practices of inner listening are fundamental for strengthening this connection to intuition. Silent meditation is one such practice, as it teaches us to observe what is happening within us without judgment, creating space for intuition to manifest. In silence, we learn to distinguish the calm, clear voice of intuition from the noisy and impulsive thoughts of the mind. It's like tuning into a specific radio station amidst the noise of others. The more we tune in, the clearer and stronger this connection becomes. Positive visualization is another powerful tool for opening intuitive channels. By imagining situations we wish to experience in detail, including feelings and sensations, we create a bridge between our present self and the reality we want to manifest. Visualization acts like a magnetic field that draws experiences resonating with our higher frequency, guiding us intuitively toward choices and paths that materialize our desires in an aligned and effortless way. Over time, the practice of listening to intuition transforms our relationship with the world and the choices we make. We begin to trust our inner wisdom more, acting from a place of inner certainty rather than just logic or others' opinions. This self-confidence allows us to feel at peace with the unknown, knowing that intuition will always guide us where we need to be. It is our greatest ally in moments of uncertainty, reminding us that all the answers we need are already within us. By tuning into this intuitive frequency, we discover a new way of living, where flow and synchronicity are natural. Intuition becomes a partner, a quiet friend guiding us beyond the ego's limitations toward a life of purpose, harmony, and self-discovery. This intuitive state connects us with a wisdom that transcends time, a truth that reminds us we are part of a greater web, and that with each step, we are being guided by the frequency of our own essence. True spiritual elevation happens when we can integrate our high frequency into daily life, making peace, presence, and harmony constants in every gesture, thought, and action. Integrating a high frequency into our routine is a subtle, transformative practice because it requires not only moments of introspection but a continual commitment to elevation in all circumstances. This practice of integration is really the process of bringing spirituality into the material world, transforming our elevated essence into concrete actions that consciously shape our reality. Daily rituals, even simple ones, can sustain our frequency at a high level, anchoring this vibration into every aspect of our lives. Something as essential as waking up with a positive intention is already a way of shaping the day with a clear frequency. Taking a few moments to express gratitude upon waking, visualizing a harmonious day, or taking deep breaths to connect with the present moment are practices that create a vibration of peace and clarity that will stay with us throughout the day. During the day, it's natural to encounter challenges and situations that test our frequency, but it is in these moments that our commitment to elevation strengthens. Practices of full presence help us respond rather than react, to observe situations with a calm mind and a peaceful heart. When we are present, we are in tune with our essential frequency, which allows us to make decisions with clarity, speak with kindness, and act with patience. Every interaction, every task, no matter how small, becomes an opportunity to manifest the elevated frequency we cultivate within. Small rituals, like pauses to breathe consciously or drink water with gratitude, are practices that keep our vibration steady. These moments of pause act as resets, allowing our energy to stabilize and for us to regain our center. They are simple practices but carry great power, as each conscious breath, each act of mindfulness, connects us to the present, reminding us that peace and elevation are always within reach. Another form of integration is the use of affirmations throughout the day. Affirmations like "I choose to vibrate in peace," "My energy is aligned with love and harmony," or "I am presence and serenity" to act as anchors for our frequency. By repeating these words with intention, we create a vibrational field that strengthens and guides us, even amid difficulties. Affirmations remind us that we have the power to choose our frequency, to transform our internal state into something higher and more stable. This integration of elevated frequencies into daily life is, above all, a practice of consistency. When we turn these moments into habits, we are truly rebuilding our energy so that peace and harmony become natural, not exceptional, states. It is this consistency that allows us to achieve a life of balance and fullness, a life where spiritual elevation becomes a solid, permanent foundation. By living this way, we not only elevate our own frequency but also influence our environment and those around us. Our energy radiates and touches everything and everyone, creating a wave of elevated vibration that awakens and inspires those we interact with. Integrating a high frequency into daily life is a way of transforming the world, an act of service to the whole, for by vibrating in peace, we contribute to collective peace. Raising our frequency is an act of deep transformation, a dive into our essence that reminds us of our true nature and reconnects us with the light residing in each of us. By cultivating this high frequency, we are not only seeking inner peace but also contributing to a world where harmony, love, and awareness can flourish. Each act of personal elevation is a gift we offer the universe, a particle of light that joins the dance of collective frequencies sustaining life. This journey of elevation is not linear. It is a spiral that leads us to ever deeper layers of self-knowledge and connection. It is a constant call to transform shadows into light, to embrace every experience with the certainty that we are on a path of growth and expansion. By walking this path, we become living examples of the possibility of transformation, inspiring others to also seek peace and fullness. Raising our frequency is, at its core, an act of self-love, a choice that reflects the value and respect we have for our own existence. May we then see each day as a new opportunity to choose love, compassion, and serenity. May every breath be a reminder that peace is within reach, and may every conscious thought be a seed planted in fertile soil. By committing to this practice of elevation, we are building a vibrational legacy, a contribution that extends beyond us, touching the world with the frequency of a life lived in alignment with the highest purpose. If this message resonated with you, remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel to receive more content that supports your journey of spiritual elevation. Together, we can create a network of light, strengthening the collective frequency and promoting a more conscious and peaceful world. Thank you for being here. May your journey be illuminated, and may your frequency continue to rise, inspiring and transforming every step.